Hi, Beth here with my weekly young adult book talks from Sterling Public Library. I have two books to talk to you about today. The first one just came out a few months ago. Is this one? It's called Today, Tonight, Tomorrow by Rachel Lynn Solomon. And it's a cute romance, which I'll tell you about in a bit. I'm going to read you the first line first, though. The first line is actually a text that one of the characters sends to the other one. Good morning. This is a friendly reminder that you have 3 hours at counting before suffering a humiliating defeat at the hands of your future valedictorian. Bring tissues. I know you're a crier. So the two graduating seniors, Rowan and Neil, are both super smart and super competitive. And throughout their whole high school career, they've both been very competitive with each other, and they're super snarky, and they're always harassing each other. Rowan, the girl, this book is told from her point of view, and she thinks they're enemies, and but yet he texts her every morning to wake her up, and but she hates him, whatever, and they're always at each other's throat, and they're neck and neck for the valedictorian spot. Well, this book is interesting. It takes place over pretty much 24 hours, which is the last day of high school. And one of the traditions that their high school has is that the juniors set up this elaborate citywide scavenger hunt for the graduating seniors. And so they go to school for a little while in the morning, and then they go off on this scavenger hunt. Well, because of circumstances, Rowan and Neil end up having to team up. So they pretty much spend most of the day together. And at first they're snarky with each other, but then they start to, dig a little deeper. And this is a romance. And even though it takes place over 24 hours, it doesn't feel like insta-love, which is something I don't like, because they have such a history, the two of them. They keep referring back to things that have happened between them over the course of the years, and they get to know each other better and better throughout the day. It's actually really cute. I really like the characters. Rowan, the main character, the female lead, whose point of view this is, she's got a great character arc. She really learns some things, and again, even though it only takes place over 24 hours, because there's so much backstory and history that comes out, it really feels like it's been building for a long time, and she just blooms in this 24 hours. So it's a really kind of a cute book. I liked it a lot. It was very fun, a quick read, and I think you'll like it if you like romance. The other book I want to talk about is a little bit older. This one came out in 2014, I think. It's called Noggin by John Corey Whaley. And this is a near future science fiction about a boy named Travis, who I will read you the first line. Listen, I was alive once and then I wasn't. So Travis is a 16-year-old boy dying of cancer. His cancer is all throughout his body. He's fought it, but he's gonna die. He's got a super serious girlfriend. He's got a best friend, and he's got really supportive parents, but there's nothing they can do. So he's contacted about this experimental procedure where they decide to cut off his head and freeze it until such a time as there's enough medical technology to reattach it to a donor body. And he decides, what the heck, why not? I mean, he's gonna die anyway, right? So he lets him do this procedure, and before they do it, he says goodbye to all his family and friends, because he figures he's never going to see them again. I mean, even if the procedure does work, he figures it's going to be years and years and years in the future. Well, it ends up being 5 years. So 5 years later, he wakes up, he feels like it's the next day, and he's got this brand new body, which from another donor person who'd had a brain tumor, so his body was fine. And but all his family and his friends are 5 years older. His girlfriend has graduated high school, moved on, and is engaged to somebody else. His best friend is an adult with adult responsibilities, and his parents have redecorated his room. And so he feels like it's just really weird. He feels like he's still 16 and everything should be the same, but everything's very different. And so he spends a lot of time trying to figure out. I mean, first he's trying to to get back with his girlfriend and have everything back to the way it was. But then slowly he realizes things aren't the way they were, and he has to figure out who he's going to be now. It's actually it seems like it could be a super serious book, but he's pretty snarky and funny throughout the whole thing. It's kind of lighthearted, but has said some really good things about, deciding who you are and how you deal with the life that you've got. Anyway, really good book. I think if you like science fiction or even just realistic fiction, I think you'd like it. Okay, that's all I have today. Bye.